Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is a special edition of the AFC Championship game on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
On first down, Benjamin. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Back to throw. Stanley. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
So many weapons on this offense, and we've seen them all season long score from any point on the field. But we all know playoff football comes down to playing smart. The game slows down, and it's harder to move it. So you've got to avoid penalties, avoid turnovers, and not let your emotions get the best of you.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. A run through the starters defensively for the Texans. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because his feeling was good, solid performance, did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win. They definitely would like to see some improvement in this week's game.
They always want improvement, don't they?
They certainly do.
They'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And now out comes Houston. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession. Let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Throwing on 3rd and long. Stanley completes it to Benjamin. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play. Yeah.
That, too.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run with Ferguson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. 60 or. You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want fight.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That one caught by Gibson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point up and through, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do?
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now a look at the defensive starters here for the Steelers. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago. And last week in that victory, they were pretty good. Probably a pretty easy film session, I would imagine.
And after a performance like that, so many people think you just roll into film, take your popcorn, kick back, and enjoy the show because they played well. I can just tell you from experience, after a win is when coaches come down on you harder. Because they want to emphasize all the mistakes that happened. Because you won, you're in a good mood. They want to bring you back to earth. Oftentimes you walk out of there and you ask your teammate, did we win last week?
So my assumption was wrong. I learned something. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They start out with a run by Ferguson, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's second and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 30, 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 66 yards. And the Steelers, they brought. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Point after here coming up. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Stanley. And he comes back with one complete. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
Go. 70, Indy. Big series right here. So we got to step it up. Come. Get it.
Now they try the right side here. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down now, Benjamin. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stanley. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep, because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep, and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. Ferguson on the draw. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
He's checking.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at a nice little drive brewing right here.
Ready? 10 logo. 6. Come on, let's go. 6, go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Go now. 90, wolf. Check back. Back. Shoot.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll look to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And his kick here is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Defense, let's go. Jim.
From the gun, Stanley. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw in film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Stanley. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
On second down, it's Ferguson. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On play action, they'll throw.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded at about the 28. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know they're securing the point of attack, especially against the big...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
The Texans send the punter out as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll set up to throw, and that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make.
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you get...
Ready. 6. Mike's 56. Check tight. Check tight.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Go now. 10 logo. Everyone's got four down. Hit it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
91.
A second down carry for Ferguson.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Ferguson. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on that.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Throwing on 3rd and long. Stanley. This is brought in by Gibson. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action. 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go. 1st half.
90 Wolf. You remember me? Let's go, baby.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Let's go, D. Out. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, 1 half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. But be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Running again, and again it's Ferguson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That'll put him over 100 receiving yards now in this AFC title game. It's a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Wide open receiver complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. On 2nd down now, Timmons, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. Stanley. Throw left side complete. It's Gibson. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
On 1st and 10, Stanley completes it to Benjamin.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Squeeze, double. And get it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Texans get a bit closer. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will get them one closer. A 10-play drive that time, and the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On first down, Ferguson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Second and 9 now. Completes it to Lee. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Hey. 4 down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Go.
Operating from the gun, Stanley. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Stanley. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 4th down, Stanley. And this is incomplete. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. 14 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Well, they ran the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that because the scouting report told you that this guy could flat out run. When you give him a little bit of space and a chance to get there, he usually does.
Point after, right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. That one caught by Gibson. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. That's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long. Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. The Steelers on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. The Steelers on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And now out comes Houston. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And taken right at the 35. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part, because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing to start the drive. Stanley, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now this throw caught left side. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Let's go. Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch the ball.
Throwing on first down. Stanley. Benjamin's got it. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
10 2 stop. 17 yards. Hey, watch the slant. First down, Houston.
On first down, Stanley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Stanley. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Back to throw. Stanley. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Check 31, check 31.
To throw on second down. Stanley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the AFC champion has been crowned onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of them mention getting to the Super Bowl, winning a conference championship, even before they talk about the Super Bowl itself. All that hard work to get to your goal, incredible.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. Try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they shit, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going
Time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a pine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty waistband. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. No both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a boss it. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
time to bring the bass bird.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your door and I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she wanted like me cause I like she can count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down. Get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish him, mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum, all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state brought me looking bleak now? I was homeless, sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find the social fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank.